I think my earliest memory of theater was in middle school. I joined the drama club.
Kid Stage in Issaquah, Washington.
Mini show choir called Stage Kids. I wrote a musical for my senior thesis.
My first show was Wicked.
Winnie the Pooh.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I was Joseph in the nativity play at our church, which was very formative, and I think I was very good. My mom was an actor, and her entire side of the family was very theatrical, so I just kind of grew up around it. I just started doing Shakespeare specifically and other stuff from a young age.
I started doing theater in church plays, starting at 5. Specifically, I think I remember at 10, I was doing Kid Stage in Issaquah, Washington, and my mom was late to pick me up. I was looking at the clock, sitting on the couch and just feeling like I'm going to miss rehearsal. And it was the most devastating thing to me. And I think that's when I knew it.
I joined the drama club because I thought it was what all the cool kids were doing. And I didn't realize until much later that those were not actually the cool kids in our middle school, but I thought it was cool. So I got bitten by the theater bug with this production of Oliver in 6th grade.
One of my teachers I thought was so cool. Honestly, she was probably right out of college, but she seemed very adult to me at the time. And she was the director of this performance mini show choir called Stage Kids through my community theater. And then she also became my voice teacher. I just thought she was awesome. And she made it really fun. I think that was kind of my first, oh, I like this.
There was a local high school that I ended up going to that was doing a production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. My mom took me and my life was forever changed. And I think I ended up seeing 5 productions of Joseph within the next 3 years. And I even was Joseph for Halloween at some point in my childhood. My mom hand sewed a Technicolor Dreamcoat. I'll send you a picture of this. She's very, very proud of it. It is her prized possession.
When I was a senior in college, I wrote a musical for my senior thesis. It was about families with children on the autism spectrum. After the first performance, there was a moment when a mother and her children had come to see the show and they were talking to these 2 actors who had played twins in the show. And the mother looked at her daughter and said, "When you think of your brother, I want you to think of him." That direct connection of this story is impacting how these children see the world, how they see each other, how they see their lives, really showed me the power of theater and why we do what we do. It's to change one person's life. It's to make one impact. And I think about that all the time.
I was an actor for a long time as a child, and in college I got drafted to direct a production of Winnie the Pooh that was touring to schools. Honestly, it was the most stressful experience I had ever had. And I felt all the world was on my shoulders, and I loved it. And from that moment on, I knew I wanted to be a director.
I figured out that theater was for me when I was cast in a musical professionally. My first show was Wicked. I had never done a musical theater show ever in my life, except for one time in high school. So my first entree happened to just be this juggernaut of a show, and it really did speak to me, and it was the first time I could envision a life in theater.
I felt entranced in a way that I hadn't experienced before, and I felt like I was a part of something bigger than myself, which I think is ultimately what's at the core of why all of us love theater. In an audience, we get to come together and have a singular experience in that moment, in that night, with that cast right there.